Good afternoon, everybody. And once again, welcome to another episode of Psycho's Platters, always powered by coffee each and every time. That is how this works here. So, hopefully, everybody is doing just fine. And, uh, and that's always a good thing, too, by the way. It's always a good thing, too. Hang on a second. I'm going to check on something. Yes. Okay. And all right. Anyways, can you guys hear me very well? Hey, guys, let me know if you can hear me, please and thank you. And we've got Mick and Willie here already. Yes, I know. I thought I would go off and I would title this Record Store Day and You. Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you very much for letting me know. I mean, I did go good. I did go into settings before I went into the video. I just wanted to double check. Let's see. So we're going to talk more than RSD, but as we kind of already know that if you stick that in the title, it's almost a kind of a clickbait, but I actually do really have some things. I bought one record. That was it. One, because the other one wasn't there. Actually, I had three choices. Two of them weren't there, but the other one I could live without. Well, what the hell am I talking about? I can live without these damn records, right? I mean, it's just food and a roof over your head and stuff like that. You can't live without. But needless to say, this is my hobby. This is your hobby. This is everybody's hobby. So before we even get into this broadcast is going to be, I have to cut this off by about 3:45, I'd say, my time, because my kid, I'm helping him to finish moving in the rest of his stuff for today, right? Right. But before we get any further into this, new subscriber Jim Smith, ladies and gentlemen, Jim Smith, who's been here before. Welcome to the Psycho Platter Network. Oh, I love you people. Boy, do I love you. And look who's here too, right? In a minute, let's see here. You know what? Why not? We will plop this up already. Might as well. While I talk about some current updates on things in the world of Psycho. Firstly, you guys amaze me to no end. You do. I have such wonderful reception on the last two videos here. We're going to have our greeting committee. And let's see. Will, I did watch the video that involved, in the title, there was Speed Date. I watched some of that. I thought that was... All right. Listen, I don't know. Listen, I don't know who you are. You should see who's just came up here. Who is? Oh, all right. Hang on a minute, ladies and gentlemen. Oh boy. So I bring up. Oh my God. I know who this is. It's thank God he showed himself, because I'm like, wait a damn minute. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. I don't know if I'll be able to get Captain Fuckface.
Hey, Paul.
In my whole almost 57-year existence, if my young me came up, or my old me went back to the 20-year-old self and went, when you get to be my age in April 20 on Stoner Day in 2024, you are going to say on your broadcast, welcome, Captain Fuckface. Oh, you're bullshit. There we are, ladies and gentlemen. Captain Fuckface. Action figures coming soon from Ideal. Oh my God! Can you imagine?
How have you been?
He could be in the same hero league as what the hell, Howard Stern's Fart Man. Yes, and the Spleen, and he could be part of Mystery Men. I love Mystery Men. I thought that movie is underrated. Pull my finger. Yes, well, incredible power. The bowler. I want to be the bowler, the shoveler.
Yeah, a friend of mine gave
Captain
me
Angry.
the Captain Fuckface moniker. He was talking about a bunch of people on panel, and he said, "And Captain, what the fuck's his name over there? Fuckface." So I just kind of went with it. I'm like, that fits.
Oh God, the shit it's like, okay, so like I deal with a lot of cool workers at where I work at, okay, and yes, they're mostly younger than me, but even the ones around my age, they'll be like, we'll humor him for a little bit, what's he gonna come up with? And one day I just blurted out, I said, all right, most useless superheroes, come up with something. Most useless superheroes.
Captain Fuckface.
Captain Fuckface, that'll be one of them. But somebody said something about the one that made me burst out, Incontinent Man. I'm going, oh God. I said, I'm gone. It's like, wait, uh-oh.
The most fucking boring superhero of all time is Fim Fam Foom. Fucking dumbest superhero of all time.
I have heard of Fim Fam Foom, and I'm trying to remember from where. What the hell was that? Was that Marvel Universe or DC?
Marvel.
Fim Fam Foom. Okay.
Yeah.
Fim Fam Foom. What was it? I had like a fake radio bit once, like many, many years ago. And it was, oh God, I can't. This is obviously not a kid-friendly show already this afternoon, guys. But the announcing voice that I would make would be the further adventures of Penis Man. And so, the villain would go, I'm going to get away from you. And he goes, and I can't remember what his partner was, his sidekick, damn it. I can't remember. I think maybe I called him Foreskin or something. But the point of the matter is, he goes, I'll get you yet, villain. Next thing you hear is, and then he's like, oh, and he like falls and breaks his hip because he got him with yeah, you guys can put two and two together. See, I already lost half my audience because I go, Penis Man. But and then of course the more G-rated version that I came up with like a couple months back. The Adventures of Gum Girl and Lozenger Lad. And I'm like, it's like set to be like a 1930s radio thing, and
yeah.
One of the bad guys is named, oh my God. Oh, one of the bad guys is named the Fudger.
The Fudger.
That is like, straight from Uranus. Here it is. My God. Anywho, good to see you, or hear you, excuse me, because since I know who this is, and some people already know who this is. But as you can see, I'm back, Captain Fuckface, and I am, and I'm glad to be back, even for the 4 people, which are not the 4 horsemen watching this show. I wish it was, but I'll tell you something. Let's see what has been going on in the adventure of Cap FF.
Oh,
F squared.
Not much. I lead a boring life.
Are you still with can't remember her name. You
Nikki?
showed her once or twice. Yeah.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. So she wasn't so fine and didn't blow your mind, no Mickey? No. Mickey. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Sorry. Oops. I don't know.
Don't
It's been a while since I've seen you, damn it. I don't know.
I know.
I'm lucky to know what the hell I'm doing in my life, and I'm the one living it. Shit. What did I do an hour ago? How the hell do I know? Other than let's see, an hour ago. Okay, an hour ago I just got home, but 2 hours ago I was at that damn RSD line. Oh, we'll talk about that in a little bit. But
you get anything good?
Okay, well. That's a good question. Thank you. That's a nice set in. I guess we'll do it now. So let me explain before we get to that. I did get a 1-1 RSD title, okay? Although I had 3 on the wish list in ranked order, and I'm just like, okay. But needless to say, I found out from while I was, so they opened the doors at 10. They normally don't open them till 11. Hey, how are you? You know, you ought to come up here too while you're at it. Why not? So, 10 o'clock they opened. So this was the minor location. They have two. The major location, forget that nonsense. I already heard that people were lining up at 5 p.m. yesterday. And I'm going, that's bullshit. Okay. I have life to live. It may be a stupid life, but I'm like, well, but see now the town that I should say that the town that this is in, that location, is a college town. And it probably, well, it sure would be a little bit of a long walk, but the college kids could go and walk there and go have, have their, and the cops didn't, the cops are not going to be those kind of people that, there were people I'm told in tents and I'm going, what the hell, just for this? I said, I expect it like to be the good old Best Buy Black Friday sales when everybody was in tents and chairs and stuff. But we're talking RSD here. And I'm like, my God, I said, I really don't know if there is any absolute thing that I would spend an overnight sitting here waiting for a record store to damn open so I could be one of the first 5 people, because your chances are pretty damn good if you are one of the first 5 people, I guess. So I was told when, because I had to wait in line. I'm not kidding you. I got there at 12:15 because that was the earliest I could get there, because I went to go see a dear lady friend in the hospital. She has multifocal pneumonia. She's I hope she gets better. That's all I could say. But so after that, I went over to the thingamajig because I knew damn well that if I got there before it opened, there was no way in hell. And I was right. The 2 employees that were there went off and said that, yeah, when they got there at 9 a.m. so that they could set up what little they had to set up, the line went, here's the door, went this way, so about 20 feet down this way, then a hole going on the one side of the building, which that's about a good 100 feet, the back of it, and just about back around the corner. So it almost went around the whole building. I'm like, holy shit. And that was at 9 a.m. So I knew dang well, because I did make a phone call to the record store down there, because the guy knows me. And I said, hey, look, did you get monkeys, birds, bees in mono? That was the top thing I wanted, the top thing. And he goes, and originally I thought it was no copies, but then I'm glad I called back, because the other guy, he was kind of an idiot. I called him the day before. So I'm like, hey, 2 copies, 1 for each store. I'm going, shit. There's just no way for this. So I knew I wasn't going to find that damn thing. And if anybody out here, the 7 people that are currently watching, happens to have a spare, I ain't paying eBay flipping prices, but if you got one, I gladly will pay whatever the hell you paid plus shipping. Mighty Psycho would like it. Please and thank you. So that was number 1. Number 2 was the Eric Carr. That wasn't there. In fact, I remember Wade saying something, but that's his guy's name. He said that he only got 1 copy, one in the vinyl, and they made it in CD too, which also was extremely limited. So he got 1 of each, and that was the end of that one. And then I'm like, I figured, well, shit, I'm like, why am I going? Because they usually do like 20% off on all the used vinyl in the store, and I'm like, maybe I'll find something. So the RSD title that came in third, if you will, is an album that, I'm not going to lie to you, I haven't even heard yet. But the reason why I got it, other than it for captivation purposes, because I was interested, but you know where curiosity goes when that happens, but because this has never been released on vinyl before. It came out in 2009. And it was a strange little super group. So maybe if I tell you the principal elements, you'll figure it out before I finish this. But before I do, it says that it also includes 2 bonus tracks that were not on the CD. You know what? If you've got time, Groovy, get your ass up here, please and thank you. And then we'll talk about all this. So, and it says from Entertainment Weekly, it's all hook riddled, fast, and ephemeral. And if you don't love it, your tie's too wide. And the AV Club says, timelessly fun. I didn't wait. I had a friend who sent us out. Here we go. Our next guest, ladies and gentlemen, is straight out of California, who I just said, hey, get your ass up here. And lo and behold, she listens. Hey, James, how are you?
I'll explain to you what happened. So I have a friend.
Yes, go ahead.
I have a friend who has a friend that owns a record store and sets aside records for him.
Yeah. Oh.
So I asked him if he could, set aside a couple for me because I don't like dealing with all of the crowds and the anxiety gets to me.
Yeah.
So he said, yeah. So I'll just PayPal him later. That's what we agreed upon. I'll PayPal him or Venmo him. But
well, that's cool.
InGroove is live right now, Paul. I was watching his stream, the InGroove from Arizona.
Oh, all right. I've heard of it.
Yeah, and he's and people were talking about Fraggle Rock.
Fraggle Rock.
Did Fraggle Rock do an RSD release that I'm not aware of?
Down on Fraggle Rock. Yeah, I think the vinyl, if I remember correctly, or it's a picture disc. Part of the pressing involves blood from Traveling Matt.
Crazy, man.
Down on Fraggle Rock.
That Eric Carr LP is already going for over $100 on eBay.
See, I hate the fucking flippers. Okay, they piss me off to no end. They're not. Right. They don't want it. They don't want it. They just know that it's going to be a hot title. So we're going to fuck with the people. We're going to screw over the fans that really want the things. I won't do it. When that last Eric Carr came out, the cheapest, if I remember, it was the cheapest flipper I found was like 60, which I'm like, okay, well, but then get this, it was from Europe. I'm like, how the hell? I said, I thought this was only US. I guess I was an idiot. And I'm like, oh yeah, dumbass, worldwide. So it's going to be in other stores in the world. But I'm like, with the shipping, it would have ended up being like $20 more. I'm like, I said, I ain't playing that game. I'm not doing it. I refuse. So
yeah, they have, never mind. It sold. It just sold. They did have the Monkeys, the Birds, and the Bees RSD.
Yeah.
$45.
How much?
45.
See, I would have pulled the trigger on that shit. 45 I'd be all right with. And I mean, I know with shipping and all be what, 55? I really don't want to go any more than that. And I know some of you people out there are going, well, jackass, why would you go and want to buy a Record Store Day record, which, if I remember correctly, I think the list was 37. I could be wrong on that. $37 for that. And why, Paul, would you spend $37 in tax when you could just go in the record store and find a used copy? Well, in this case, that's not going to work real well because it's mono we're talking about, and they only possibly made in the United States 25 to 30,000 original copies, I am told. Now, I could be wrong on that figure, but it is a hell of a lot less than the stereo press. Cold Gems was an RCA subsidiary, and RCA was already starting to phase out. And even some of, like, for example, Jefferson Airplane, those 68 mono releases, the real ones, they also go for a bunch normally too. And I'm just like, I have heard mono mixes from that album, but on a la YouTube, a la another friend of mine, and there's differences in that mix. It's just like with the Beatles' White Album, okay? You can definitely hear the differences in the mix. Well, with this Monkeys one, it's a hell of a lot groovier. It's a lot more trippier, in my opinion, than the Stereo one is. And I've grown up since I was maybe 12 years old when I got that damn record. And that's what I'm used to. But when I heard the mono mix, for example, of Auntie's Municipal Court, that's like the first song off there, blew my mind because the mixes were that different. Seriously.
Yeah.
That's why I want it.
They have another one for 62. I don't know if you want to spend that or not, but I posted
shit.
the link for you. It's
Well, I
62
appreciate
or
you
best
looking.
offer. It's 62 or best offer. I'd probably offer them like 45 or 50 and see if they jump at it.
Yeah. Oops. Hang on a minute. Yeah, you're right on that. Right now I'm doing this, or I'd be playing that game, I guess. But I really don't want to go more than 50 without minus shipping and shipping, because I'm just like, I hate catering to these people. It's like they know what they're doing and they know what we're doing. Okay.
No, you don't want to cater to those people. You want to buy from record stores.
Well, yeah, but that's the thing, though. These assholes, and yeah, I'm sorry that I'm obscenity laden today, guys, but these assholes that are at the record companies, they know that there's a lot more than 8,000 Monkeys fans out there worldwide. Duh. Why can't you go off and crank out 50,000? 50,000. The demand would be satiated. They'd make their money. Over 50,000 copies, maybe they'd be taking a hit. But 50,000 copies, I think that's reasonable. And that's for anybody that's a big namer, okay? And yeah, some of these more obscure ones, I did almost get, there was a copy of that Gene Clark No Other Sessions, which I really dig that album. But when I had that in my hand, and I did, that's what she said, there was a guy that was next to me, and he was kind of looking, and I'm going, and I'm looking at him, and I go, Is this what you're into? Yeah, and it was the only one. And I go, here. I said, I'll go listen to this reissue. You just have fun with this. I'm not going to be a tool here. I don't do that shit. It's like, if that's the thing that you wanted, that's on the top of your list, I am not going to go off and be a dick. Okay, I just can't do it. I don't want to do that.
No.
Right. And that was the original intent, James. You are absolutely right. And then they twisted it. Who did? A combination of people. We can't really blame the record stores on this. At least not my guys, okay? They're pretty helpful. They really do try to help out us, and that's great. I can't speak about every record store.
No.
So let's see. So you got the one title, but you said it's on hold. What was the one thing you wanted?
I got two titles. Well, I'm hoping to get Olivia, and I got something. I got ATEEZ, which is K-pop. Yes, I know.
Oh,
I'm gonna get majorly judged, but a lot of people outside of U.S. want that too. And then I got Olivia Rodrigo / Noah Khan. I'm trying to get that one, so hopefully I set that one aside. But even if I get the one title, I'm fine with that. I know a lot of people are wanting to get the Beatles record player, with the 3-inch. But I I'm not that big of a Beatles fan. I was kind of eyeing, the ones I was kind of eyeing was Tinted Windows. I don't know if you've heard of them. They got members of Smashing Pumpkins. The lead singer is Taylor Hanson from Hanson. One member from Smashing Pumpkins. One member from Fountains of Wayne. You got that one? That's a good album, Tinted Windows.
This is my third choice.
Yeah.
This was the third choice.
They made 1,800 of that?
Oh, I don't know. It didn't say on.
No, they didn't make very many of that.
I don't know. It's on BMG, but it's got 13 tracks on it, and it definitely says, okay, the bonus tracks are new cassette, and track 13, The Dirt, which is Japanese release. When they put that out in 2009. So, yeah, this is the only RSD I picked up. I did pick up some regular stuff, so I'll show you that in a minute.
I mean, that one's pretty cool. I was thinking about that one, but then it's like, I only know one song by them.
Of course, I got it. Bunny Carlos, that was my top reason, but then also James Iha from...
and may he rest in peace, Adam Schlesinger.
Yes, that's true because if it wasn't for
But
him,
Taylor
Good Times
sounds
wouldn't have been
good.
so awesome. Mm.
Taylor sounds good on the singing front for that band. Ooh, cool.
I like it too, actually. Very, very nice. I cannot wait to listen to this. Sorry, that was me accidentally hitting the mic with the record. Um, but yeah, I mean, I have not heard this CD. I've heard about it because I was looking into Bunny
Yeah.
stuff. I need to get his Greetings from Venezuela.
Ah.
I think it's only on CD, but I could be wrong on that.
Yeah, because that's the first time it's ever been released on vinyl, and I was debating getting it. But I'm gonna look on a. Of course you would, Star Trekker. I'm gonna look.
But you see what he said, 2001 to 2001. That's what I'm laughing about.
No, I was. I might look on the aftermarket and see what record stores are what they have for leftovers.
Yeah.
Because I like to support a record store. You talked about the Monkees. I remember I had bought volume 3 of the Missing Links from Newberry Comics.
Yeah.
I probably paid more than I should have, but I bought it because I had gotten volume 2, and I had volume 1 because I found it at a record store. So that is the last Monkees release that I bought, and they sound pretty cool.
Yes.
I almost was going to buy the Birds and the Bee, but I do have, it's not mono, but I do have the box set from 2016 that they did.
Ooh.
That has all of the Monkees albums.
Right.
And they're all on color vinyl. So I
Nice.
also have like another copy of Birds and the Bee that I got, like an OG copy somewhere for $6.
Okay.
It's not the greatest sounding.
Hey,
Right.
Speaker's Corner.
But
Hey,
yeah.
Trekker.
No, but that's why I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna pick up that Birds and the Bee. It sounds very tempting, mono. Very tempting. Isn't it being released by Friday Music?
Yes.
Because
Yes,
Friday
it is.
Music, I have the 2 Missing Links from Friday Music, and then I have the Head alternatives from Friday Music as well.
Yes.
And I don't know. I don't think they know. They didn't do the headquarters session. Somebody else did that because I have that as well.
Right. Let's see. I managed to get volume 2, volume 3 in a trade at the record store. And that's how I got those from Friday. And then the alternate head, I found that at a local antique mall. Somebody priced it for $15. I'm going, what's wrong with it? I took a look. Nothing was wrong with it. I bought that. And guess what the hell else they had? A couple records into the crate more.
What?
7A, Mike Nesmith live at the Troubadour. I'm going.
How much did you pay for it?
18, if I remember right.
You know how much I paid for it?
So I'm like, bye.
I paid $36 for it when it came out. I have that.
Yeah.
But but the thing is, I'm a Mike Nesmith fan. So if Mike Nesmith releases something that's very unique to Mike Nesmith, I kind of wish I was at that show. I kind of kicked myself in the foot.
That show was a great show.
Yeah.
Oh, I played that. I played it on my turntable, and it sounded fantastic. But $18,
right?
For
Seriously,
18, and then wow.
That Beatles record player right now is on eBay for $203. It has 10 bids with 6 days left.
Holy crap! You know what, Trekker? I didn't have to pay anything because all I had to do in front of the oh God, I can't believe I'm going to say this. All I had to do in front of the record store owner was I had to do a little shadow dancing. Yeah. I was ashamed of that one, sort of. Shame.
Hey, Trekker.
Anyways.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good price to pay for
Could you imagine a Leaf Garrett bundle? I mean, okay, who's like the crappy? Okay, that'd be like a Sean Cassidy bundle.
One of the best
that under
deals
wraps.
I come across in the last probably 6 months was I bought a Jimi Hendrix Experience. Still, it was brand new, still sealed. Macca got so mad at me for opening that. I'm like, dude, I buy my records to play. I don't just fucking let them sit on my shelf.
That's right. Shit, you're right. I fucked up the pun. Damn it. What the hell did Leaf say? Damn it! I screwed that pun up. Now I'm ashamed even more. What the hell did Leaf say? I just want. I can't. I want to be your everything. Was that it?
No, that was Andy Gibb also.
Damn it! See it now. I'm getting these two confused. What the fuck did Leaf sing? Anybody in the comments? I don't care. Leaf, damn it! You're pissing me off. I don't even know why. Yeah, Leaf was made for dancing. Yeah. I'm ashamed of myself. I'm Leaf Garrett ignorant. Oh God, what is that? Anyhow, whatever. So, but yeah, I just what was it? I saw in the one of the Facebook monkey groups I was in yesterday. I took a look, and the dude that originally had an eBay auction of an original U.S. mono birds went from 5,000 to 4,000. I said, you're going to have to go a hell of a lot lower than that before you even get one bid, because tops is 1,000, and that's like near mint 1,000. And I'm like, would Paul spend $1,000 on a record? No, I wouldn't. Would Paul spend $500 on a record? No, I'm sorry, I wouldn't. Would Paul spend 200? Maybe if it was that. 200. That's my 200.
I mean, if I think about it, my most expensive record that I own, is a box set. A box set of one album, and I paid 110. So yes, Groovy Lisa spent over 100 for a record.
A box set of one album. What the hell?
The most I spent for one album was 185, and I bought it off of the Lex. I paid 108. I think it was 185 for the Guns N' Roses band cover.
But Paul, to my defense, Paul, it was a box set. It wasn't like just
one album.
Well, it was album with extra tracks and extra things like booklets and stuff.
Oh. Yeah,
it wasn't like just one. I'm not gonna pay $100 for one single LP. I'm not that fucking stupid. I mean, some people out there will, but me, it's like it has to be I even kick myself in the foot for spending $50 for a one LP nowadays, because that's how much they're going for.
That's ridiculous.
Like,
it shouldn't be that much.
It shouldn't be that much, but unfortunately, Paul, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My Walmart here right now has they're 75% off on everything in the electronics section because they're remodeling it.
Good.
Like records and everything.
I wish they do that here.
Yeah.
But I don't know if there's really anything in the Walmart selection that I really would care to have. I mean, it's like most of the stuff that the Walmart is, it's like not really exactly collector centric, mind you. It's like most of the albums I think are pedestrian stuff that you could go, and pick up at a regular record store for cheaper than what they want at Walmart.
I bought a bunch of those Beatles White Album box sets at Walmart when they had them for $39.99. I bought a whole stack of them damn things.
Don, my executive producer, Don, just checking in. Happy RSD and 420. Put on a Cheech and Chong record loud, but if it's too loud, do not complain to me. Earache my eye. Da 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 da. Or basketball chutes. I got a basketball chutes. When I was a baby, I was the biggest dribbler on the block. Anyways. So yes, Donna, I behaved myself. I only got one title. One.
You're a rarity in the vinyl community, because a lot of the vinyl community members got like more than one title.
Now, they were having 20% off on the used stuff. So because I like my Chicago area and Illinois rock and roll, I got myself an album that I actually have never seen. I like this band. They're a one-hit wonder, pretty well, maybe two, in around 1970, 71. But they kept putting out albums, all right, until the mid 70s when they broke up in 75. We are talking about the 1973 Ides of March doing Midnight Oil, not to be confused with the Midnight Oil's album Ides of March. No, I'm kidding. But 1973, and yeah, there's Cap, and then front and back, it is on, of course, Dynaflex, because that's how things were back then. And to get myself prepared for, hopefully, it's not 100% guarantee yet, Bruce Cockburn is coming here next month. I hope to go. I heard it's not a sellout yet. The theater got remodeled. It's a 1920s movie theater that got remodeled to be able to do small concerts in it. And I think it's kind of neat. So from 1981, I found Inner City Front. Yes, on Millennium. And I don't have very much Cockburn, so I need to get a little bit more just in case I get to somehow torture his ass. That'd be nice. Donna knows how I am about autograph chow hounding stuff that I do. She said she was there when we met Chris Kattan many couple of years ago, and I had a handful of DVD covers, and Chris goes, "Well, I'm not going to sign all these." I said, "Well, Mr. Kattan, no offense, I didn't expect you to. I just simply was giving you choice." And then Donna goes off and says, which I didn't see this coming. She goes, "Yeah, Paul kind of has an unhealthy obsession for autographs." And he gave me this look, and Donna took the picture. So someday I'll show you the look that Kattan gave me. I thought it was priceless.
Yeah.
Hey, Donna, Cap says, happy 420. And believe you me, just like Styx, she'll be, light up, everybody.
Yeah, this vape, Paul, is 98% THC. That knocks you on your boo-boo.
Hey, this is gonna knock me on my boo-boo. Yogi, I wish you wouldn't shut the fuck up. or I'll ship you to Ranger Smith. Ooh, this is good shit. Here, Huckle, have some Huckleberry. Won't mind if I do.
Now, is it legal in your state? Is it legal in your state?
Hey, DJ, is it legal in this state? I can't remember. I think it is. I'm not sure. I get so confused.
Medical is in Pennsylvania, but
oh yes, it is somebody else's birthday today. We won't mention whose birthday it is. We won't. Yeah. It won't even let you type his name. Oh boy. Well.
Wow. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. No, it's not.
I
was thinking it was O.J. Simpson's birthday.
No, not O.J. That's not O.J. It's
Oh.
See what I did there? I'm being clever. Oh well. He's celebrating it in HE double hockey sticks, and at 4:00. Oh, time for your pineapple. Bend over, if you remember from Little Nicky. Woo! That look on his face. He was like, priceless, simply priceless. I wouldn't want to be that pineapple for sure. Not sponsored by Dole. Or, hi, I'm Kenny Rogers. Oh, God, no. Remember those? Never mind.
I know Kenny Rogers.
And this is Jackass. If you remember Mad TV.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he had a tiny stash, Lisa. That's your hint.
He did? I remember Kenny Rogers. He had those.
Not Kenny Rogers. We're talking about
Oh, I thought you were talking about
stash.
Kenny Rogers. I was like,
no, Kenny had those mutton chops and that. and he would sing those little hits like Ruby, don't take your love to town, or you picked a fine time to leave me loose, Will. 400 children and a crop in the fields.
Yeah.
I know that somebody's talking like Bobby Hill, or not Bobby Hill, but Mr. Hill. That boy just ain't right. Yeah, I'm not.
Bobby Hill, that's my purse.
Damn it, Bobby!
That's my purse.
Propane and propane accessories.
Yeah, I used to watch that show as a kid.
But I gotta tell you,
Bobber.
what was that?
Damn it, Bobber.
Yeah, damn it, Bobby. I can't. I'm not so good at those impressions. I can just do like hey, shut up, Meg. That I can do. Let's see. What's the other one? Hey, it's Krusty. Or I could do Smithers. Who's that idiot in Sector 58A? That's Homer Simpson, sir. Simpson! Release the hounds. It's just like taking candy away from a baby. Ah, I love all that stuff. And of course, oh, Mickey Mouse. Everybody likes that. Although it's a little off today, but it's okay. Or what was it? Somebody even on Facebook commented about my Liberace and my Mr. C from Happy Days. Like, hi everybody, how are you, Fonzie? You can't fight prejudice that way. You just can't. Marion, get in the bedroom. The safe word is banana. Oh, or with Liberace, be like,
Hello,
hi,
Martin.
Hi everybody, how you doing? We're going to have a 60-minute television program tonight, sponsored by Johnson's Floor Wax and Sanka. But before then, I wish my brother George was here. Could you get me my my golden candelabra, please, and put it on there as I go off? And I do a Little Richard Fats Domino, Tutti Frutti, Blue Monday medley, please. Thank you. Let's see here. My Paul Lynn, he says my Paul Lynn's good. Samantha, can I put Darren into a tote? Charlotte, can I have eat anything in the fairgrounds? I miss him. I fucking miss Paul Lynn. I would have loved to have met him, drunk and all.
Me too.
Ha! Drop a tab, Goofy. See what fucking happens. Ha ha. Oh, I know Lisa's too young to know that. Yeah. Oh God, I tripped on. Somebody put it on Facebook, and that's why I brought up about wishing Brother George was here. Liberace was on it was like late 60s. And God, I can't even explain it. You guys probably saw the clip, but it's all of these young generation singers doing their take on the 59th Street song "Feeling Groovy," and I'm like, and then Liberace shows up, and in this ugly plastic yellow vest and everything, and like paisley, and he's like something about Liberace's turning on now, and I'm going, oh God, no, that's the last person that we fucking need to be turning on is Liberace.
Star Trekker, before I get off this stream, I want to leave you guys with one thing. Star Trekker, I know who the fuck Liberace is. My dad is 80 years old, so I fucking know who Liberace is. I got a dad that's older than you. Anyways, thanks for having me up here.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Oh God, that's right, Batman. My name is Shondell. I'm gonna kill you with a piano hanging over you and your boy Blunder's head. Oh well, Batman. One of the best damn TV shows ever. How did OJ's kids come to terms with their dad? They probably don't even care. They had to, for God's sakes. I still say Al Cowlings is involved. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Back to gallery with Liberace hose. Oh, those old women really loved him. Oh my God. They would, yeah, I mean, those blue-haired gray. God, just I don't think I've ever seen. And I mean, I'm serious. I've seen like 70s footage, 80s footage, and those blue-haired oldies were always waiting for him. I'm like, oh God, if only they knew. Maybe they did know. Maybe they realized that he wasn't going to go after any of them, but they figure, oh, he's still so cute. Whatever. I still remember that movie with Michael Douglas. Oh my God, that thing was funny. See, now, you know what, James? That would have maybe been interesting. I'm not going to lie. Okay. I like all kinds of music. And yeah, you know what? If I had nothing to do and I happen to, let's say, be in Vegas and somebody goes off, like I go down to the concierge and go, anything interesting? I don't want to gamble. I could go home and go gamble. What is tonight? Well, how convenient. We have 2 free tickets for Liberace. I'll take them. Uh-oh. I didn't do that. I didn't kick anybody off of here. I do remember that. Yeah, from the Bronco chase. That, people can be really crazy. You know what? They did love Engelbert too. My God. And he's still around. Engelbert's still. So's Tom Jones. Now, Donna Joe Cat Lady is probably the biggest Tom Jones fan I know. Did you see me on Batman? A 1 and a 2. Hello, everybody. This is Lawrence of Welk. We got the fantastic bubble machine going on now. We're going to have Myron Florin and the fantastic accordion and the Judith Hall dancers. We're going to start off with an AC/DC Black Sabbath medley. Start off with AC/DC Big Balls. God. That would have been fun. I still love it that they did One Choke Over the Line from Brewer and Shipley because they thought it was a religious song because they said Sweet Jesus. I'm like, idiots. Right. I remember that too. I read a book. God, what book was it? It was one of Liberace's, I think it might have been his last lover. His name was Scott or something. I can't remember the name. Yeah, ignorance, Paul, is what it is. See, there you go. A 1 and a 2. Yeah, it was a show. Why did you Engelbert give himself a long ass name? Just so that he could piss off Groovy Lisa with his long ass name. He could have called himself Rumpelstiltskin Mixelplick. That's a lot to say. Rumpelstiltskin Mixelplick. See, I can't even do it. Damn it. What happened, Lisa? My mother took me. Oh, well, free show's free show. Do more Paul Lynde. What do you think? I'm a human jukebox? What do you think I am? Listen, Peter, I better be the center square all the time. You know who I like that currently does it? Roger the Alien from American Dad, like is Paul Lynde-ish. And I'm like, oh my God, I love it. I love you guys. I'll tell you. Oh man, I hate that song. Please release me. Let me go. Oh God, you know what? I could see that. I could absolutely see that. Oh man, I'm telling you. So, wow. So here's the thing, right? So when I went over there, now obviously I got the leftovers, right? I did not really see a lot of people buying anything, though. I really didn't, at least while I was there. I tried to actually do a brief short over there, but it wasn't working for me, so I said, hell. But that's okay. There was a lot of interesting people. I'm trying to think. There was 2 albums that there was like dozens and dozens of copies and nobody touched it. One of the first Neil something was one of them. There was like at least 20, 30 copies and they were just sitting there. And then There was, oh, and there was a ton of copies of Dark Matter from Pearl Jam, which I already heard. I've had people tell me, now I haven't listened to any of it, but I have heard people tell me that it's not a good album. Like, that's what I've heard from like several people already. So, and I used to like the early Pearl Jam stuff, like the first couple albums. Then after that, not so much, to be honest with you. Yeah, yeah. They had Halloween. No kidding. I saw that. I know I remember seeing that a long time ago, back in a land far away. Trying to think, what was it? Halloween. Yeah, Halloween 76, roughly. Because they played Kings of the Nighttime World, where she's the headlight queen. I didn't understand that for quite a while, what that meant, until I found out the behind the scene on that part. And I'm like, oh. Oh, man. Man, oh, man. Excuse me a minute while I go get some more coffee. I got about one more. What Trekker is asking me, what year was I born? Excuse me. September 67. That's when I was born. I'll be back. Don't go away, please. I always say this and then somebody disappears. I'm just gonna go get oh God. It hurts getting old. Oh jeez. There is something else we could talk about. Oops, I see you in the green room. Don't go away. I don't know who it is, but I'm just getting back here. Oh, why? Why, it's the return of, oh, here we go. I wonder if I could say it like Space Ghost. It's the return of Captain Fuckface! and the Minions of Mayhem.
And the Minions of Mayhem.
So you got to come up with a Captain Fuckface origin story. Captain Fuckface was a little kid that lived in Manhattan. And unfortunately, his parents were tragically killed in an adult bookstore collapse, which when he started learning life by reading all of the books that he found from that destroyed bookstore, he grew up and grew up. Then next thing you know, he was overhearing while he was a splooge cleanup boy over at the Dirty Wank, which happened to be near Greenwich Village. And then the next thing you know, his friend, his mentor, who happened to own the store, was shot and killed. And after that, he was in vengeance. He was so pissed. He said, I am going to kill evil everywhere. And he looked and he said, what can I call myself? And then he saw an old issue from 1968 of Fuckface magazine, which was part porno, part comic book. And that is how he was created. Da, da, da. Wait a minute. I have to say it like this though. Hang on a minute. Well, I get what you're going to say. Okay. Why, look over there. It's the Penis Bandit. Alex, I'll take the Penis Mightier for 1,000. And he's like, that's the pen is mightier. No, it's not. It's the Penis Mightier. I'll take anal bum covers for 1,000. That's album covers. But the Penis Bandit, wah, 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 is played by Burgess Meredith. Wah! You fuckface, you dildo. I can see now YouTube is probably going, God, what is it with this guy? He's normally all night and then F this, F that. I'm just being silly today. Did I say today? Okay, look, I'm being silly today, guys. I'm sorry. I don't know why I understand. Anywho, so I will give an interesting story. This is a true story. So about maybe a month or two ago, one of the people that is a semi-regular in my line, he comes up to me and he's like, "Hey, I heard you got a YouTube channel." Well, yes, I do. He goes, "Music, right?" Yes. He goes, "What kind of music you like?" And I tell him, just about anything. And he goes off and he's like, "You like heavy metal?" "Oh, you betcha." And it's like he gives me a name. And I'm like, "Okay." And as soon as I saw the picture, I'm like, "I know this guy. He comes in shops here too." A couple weeks goes by. I go off and I introduce myself real quick because he shows up in an old band shirt of his. And I blurt out his first name and he turns around. He goes, "How do you know?" I go, and I mention his friend. And he goes, chuckles. He goes, "Oh, geez." He goes, "He always does this." And I told him, I said, "Look, I looked up your history. I know I didn't mean to make it sound creepy, but I'm like, I looked up your discography." So this guy was lead singer of a thrash metal band out of the late 80s out of Tucson, Arizona. And so I think it was like after 91, 92, the band breaks up, if I remember right. I haven't looked completely all into it. And he puts out a new album earlier this year. He's got the band back. Well, different members, but I mean, the band is back. And he is singing lead like he did he did an album in 88 and in 90. And one of those albums, he was on Roadrunner. So, I mean, you're talking back then, big label stuff, for that genre. Now he's gone again. I don't know if I could do Pesci. I'm not really good at Pesci. I'm really not. I wish I was. Maybe another time. Because I'm going to be winding this down in a little while. But the band that he came in and I bought his CD, so he signed it for me, is a band called Atrophy. All right, Atrophy, which their first album was in 88 and then 90, and then this is the newest one, right? Kind of looks a little wicked, doesn't it? And the album, of course, is called Asylum, and Brian is the lead singer. Here's the front, and here's the back. And we're going to be doing a CD review of this in the future. Not only that, crossing fingers, I may be interviewing him too. So in the future, I'm hoping in May, we'll be doing an interview with Brian, and then we can talk about his early thrash metal days, right? Yeah, that'd be fun. I think it'd be fun anyway. You can look up his music. It's on YouTube right now. I like Seeds of Sorrow personally. That's one of my favorite tracks. But yeah, there's the back. Here's the front, like I said. And I don't know. It's really, really neat. But yeah, stuff like Punishment for All, High Anxiety, Seeds of Sorrow, Distortion, Bleeding Out, American Dream. I mean, there's some cool artwork on some of this stuff too, I don't know who does the artwork, but it's cool. Here's the band, and that's Brian in the middle there. And just really cool shit. Close My Eyes, The Apostle, 5 minutes till suicide. Yeah. So Atrophy. Go listen to it. If you happen to like it, go buy it. Tell him Psycho sent you because he knows that I'm Psycho. That's my commercial for today, anyway. I'm sorry. I know I've done. It's been 8 or 9 days since I did a Jukebox from Hell. It's my fault. I've just been real busy, and I'm still busy. I'm hoping maybe in the next day or two to have the next one finished out with the Lovin' Spoonful, like I said I was going to do. Yesterday, I was going to work on it, and I came home, and I was kind of dead tired. I don't sleep real well. I don't think I've slept well in quite a long time, but it is what it is. That's what I say about it anyway. Anyways, so any of you out there, since I got a dozen of you, did any of you guys get any RSD? And if you did, and we haven't talked about it, what did you get? And if you know what, if you didn't get any RSD and you managed to, like I said, this place was doing 20% off the used vinyl, were you able to find something at a reasonable price? You know, it's nice when I can find stuff reasonably priced. That's the thing. Like I said, everybody knows I'm a frugal shopper. That is what it is. I'm trying to think if there's really anything else I wanted to talk about today. I guess we could say that in tribute for this video, rest in peace, Dickie Betts. You know, he lived to be 80, and you know, the one thing that I always thought that he was really good. He was a really good guitar player in Allman Brothers. I did not have very much Dickie Allman's and Great Southern. I never had a chance to listen to any of that stuff. I just know that he got kicked out of the band about a little over 20 years ago, and I really don't know the story as to how Dickie got kicked out. I get it. Yeah, definitely. But I mean, I'm trying to remember. Here because I know when they let him go, that I think that's how. Oh, okay. Oh, good. My prescription's in. Sorry. Hang on. But trying to think what the last Allman Brothers album was with Dickie on it. Was it Hittin' the Note? Because I remember that album. Strange cover for that too. Let's see. Oh wow, I didn't know that Hittin' the Note was the last studio album for Allman Brothers too. 12th and final studio album. March 2003 was for Hittin' the Note. Yeah, Dickie's not even on that. Warren Hayes is already there. So they must have maybe booted him out. Huh. Very, very strange. Yeah, they didn't even mention him once on the thing here. So yeah, it must have been before Hitting the Note. Great Woods, 1993. I told you before the time he got arrested the night before I saw the Almonds. Oh yeah. Drugs and alcohol. A lot of them end up getting kicked out. I remember a story a few years back. Oh my. Well, maybe it's all of that. Maybe it's a combination of all that stuff, right? Shit. Because I'm trying to remember. Didn't he like he went back out to do solo gigs? I think, right? I mean, he did. I don't think he completely retired. I could have sworn I remember seeing his name go in and out of like some festivals or venues or something, you know. But and then like I said, I brought up a couple live streams ago that Jamo Johnson, he's the new drummer for the Flock. Go figure. You know, the one with Jerry Smith and Jerry Smith and Jerry Goodman created. Again, they resurrected the band name, and Jamo is the drummer. And I'm like, holy crap! To go from Allman Brothers to the Flock, that's a kind of a strange way to do it. But whatever, I ain't complaining. I'm glad he's still working around. That's good, you know, because there ain't many of them left either. I mean, would that make Jamo the last original member? Is everybody else dead except for him? I think so. I could be wrong on that too. Hi, Paul. Didn't go today. No RSD going. We'll check out next week what's left, but the money had to be there. Yeah, with all that drugs and alcohol. Yeah, you're right. The money had to be there, and I had to be semi-responsible with my money too. I still have like one bill to do this week. When you're in bands for that length of time, you help your bandmates through alcohol and drug abuse. It must have been pretty bad. Yeah, oh boy. Yeah, Jamo is it. Yeah, geez. Yep, it's now 4:20 on 420 on the East Coast. So light up, everybody. One took over the line, sweet Jesus. One took over the line. And if you got that Willie weed, there you go. I'll never smoke weed with Willie again. Oh boy, that's why Willie has managed to live so long. That's all right though. Like I said, every day should be record store day. It shouldn't be just twice a year. Because like what, the next time will be what, around Black Friday, right? Yeah, I think that's how they do it. Yeah. Which I don't think that's the best way to do it either. Pardon my yawning. But because I mean, I don't know. It's been like the last time I even went to any Black Friday nonsense was Jess was still alive. So maybe 2017, 2018, that was the last time I went, you know, and I never liked doing that stuff. I'm sorry. I'm just never liked it at all. And then to see, you know, like these indoor malls and people were going nuts. I'm going, you know, and even the Walmarts, I'm like, what the hell, people? It's just a stupid television set, or it's this. It's not worth getting yourself beat up or beating somebody else up for. We go from the day of being thankful for our family and everything else to beating, kicking, scratching over a 55 inch. I don't get it. Talk about hypocrisy at its worst. Oh well, whatever. But oy vey. So yeah, hopefully I don't know, does anybody got any concerts coming up in the next 30 days or so? I know that like I said, I think Bruce Coburn might be my first one I'm going to. I still have to talk to my boss about that. Yeah, see, it's and you know the thing is about that whole Black Friday stuff, I didn't even really want to do it. It was my wife at the time that wanted to. Steven, 420, 2021 is the same whether you're Well, yeah, look at that. It's a palindromic time. It's a palindromic time. Because that would, even with numbers, it'd still be palindromic, right? I don't know. Stephen and Randy. Yes. Anyways. So, you know, like I said, I behaved myself. And I said, anybody happens to know where I can get a okay priced monkeys, birds mono, that'd be nice, please. The Eric Carr, I'll wait. I'll get it on CD, I guess. I know I could go get that. What is it? They got the Monkeys in Mono box set, the 5-disc set that was, I think, kind of sort of cheaply priced. And I could go listen to it that way, I guess, but I just would rather have it on vinyl. I'm a picky son of a bitch. Shows at the local pavilion, we'll see who comes for free. I gotta tell you something. Speaking of that stuff, I already saw most of the schedule. About 90% of it's been posted. There is still a couple to be determined shows, but they're bringing back, and they were really popular about 2 or 3 years ago when they started this series. The Cape Brothers are returning again, and like I said, we've talked about the Cape Brothers before. They were friends and performers along with all the members of the band, and in fact, they also were touring members of the band in the early '80s lineup after their '70s albums kind of came and went. They were on Asylum and Atlantic, and I can't remember if there was any other labels, but I know they put out at least 4 albums in the mid to late '70s. But they're still going, and then they're '80s, and they when I met them 2 years back, they were so nice. I got them to sign some of my vinyl for me. And then Trout Fishing in America will be returning, and they're a neat folk. They're a neat folk music duo that does folk material and children's albums, and they have shared the stage with people like Bob Dylan, Peter Tork, Pete Seeger, a few other people. Kind of neat. Well, you know what? It's not everybody's cup of tea. I understand that. I remember when I was a kid and people would try to make fun. I'm like, it's gonna be water off a duck's ass. You can try and make fun of my monkey love all you want. That didn't sound right, but I know where I'm going on that. I know somebody that actually, when I was in grade school, they blurted out that they love the Partridge Family. They got shit worse than me. There's your barometer, I guess. Where do I start with them? Well, where do you start with them, huh? If you're, you know what, truth, start with the third album, Headquarters, honestly, and then listen to Pisces, Aquarius. That would be the top 2 albums from them. The Monkees and More of the Monkees are fine, but that's going to be more of your bubblegummy stuff. Not saying I hate bubblegum. I love bubblegum music. I do. You should see one of these days, maybe I'll pull out some bubblegum albums and we'll talk about those, because I've got like I said, I got the Monkees. I would say truthfully, okay, Monkees, More of the Monkees, and even Changes, because it kind of goes back to that. You got Jeff Berry producing, and some of that has definitely got some bubblegum flavor to it also. So I'd say those 3 albums are definitely bubblegum. There's also, believe it or not, people will probably say scandalous when I say that Paul Revere and the Raiders had their own little bubblegum phase too, being with Let Me and Mr. Sun, Mr. Moon, and one of my favorites, Cinderella Sunshine. I don't care. I love all that stuff. Of course, the Archies, there's your big bubblegum right there. The Archies, Banana Splits, anything from Super K Productions, your Ohio Express 1910, Fruit Gum, Lemon Pipers, even Crazy Elephant, a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, Magdalena, I love that. I love that song. That's beautiful. Me and Magdalena. That's right. Start. I wish they weren't so far away. Start with the Post Serial Records. I just for shits and giggles, I ought to do a mini short on playing one of those Monkey records, huh? Put it on the tune. And you know how you sometimes would have to put a penny on your stylus just to keep it going. I'll put like an Applejack or a corn pop on the stylus. Yeah, do it. Oh man, you're all good sports. I'll tell you that right now, and I appreciate it. I wasn't sure, I was actually going to do a show later today, but considering I found out that my kid I guess, is just about done. He's got all the moving boxes over on his side across town finished. And we're going to probably wrap this up in about 5 minutes, I would say, roughly. And that's how we're going to do it. But, I mean, it'll be nice to have him here in the house, I think, truthfully. I just don't know how I'm going to pull the broadcast because, out of all honesty, Wednesdays and Saturdays normally my off days. Saturdays he's got my grandson will be here most weekends, so I don't know. I'll figure it out one way or another. Wednesdays might be a little easier because they go to work, so chances are I'll probably just do Wednesday nights. Maybe after they go to work, which would be like past 9 p.m. Central. I don't know. It all depends. These kids nowadays don't know what a warp is until they play a cereal box. Oh my God. Yeah. So I still need to find those other 2 cereal box records too, but I ain't worried about that. I don't really have record collecting priorities. Oh, excuse me. Whatever I find is whatever I find. And if I'm happy with it, beautiful. If it turns out I buy something and I don't like it, I just put it in the for sale box and then I go take it to my record store and make some money and get some trade albums, and I'm happy. That's all it is. Mr. Bizarro is going on live tonight at 8 to ooh. I may actually have to peruse. So let's see, that'd be 8:30 Central. Maybe. I'll have to see how everything is. Because, yeah, Svengoolie's a rerun tonight, guys. The Wolfman. Classic stuff, but I already saw it already. I'm like, I know my memory isn't so good, but, what was it? There was one I was going to watch, like, in the last few weeks. Because I'm like, ooh, this looks new to me. Found out after looking at the trailer, I'm like, son of a bitch, I did see this movie long time ago. And then the one that I wanted to watch last week with the Island of Terror, I think it was mid-'60s, like a Hammer production with Peter Cushing. Well, unfortunately, I have to have over-the-air TV. Well, it's still sunny out at 7 o'clock. And for some reason, the signal starts getting disrupted. It's a lot easier for me to watch Svengoolie in the fall and winter months and a little bit in the spring as opposed to the summer. It is extremely hard for me to be able to watch Svengoolie without it going in and out. That's what she said. Yeah. Oh, boy. I know I'm horrible. All right. Let's see. Anybody else that wants to ask something really quick before I slowly wind this down, I guess we're almost at 1:20, and I'm happy with that. You guys have been fantastic this last week. Seriously, I cannot get over how many views that these live streams that now that we can start having guests and such. It's a lot better. I feel a lot better about it, out of all honesty. And it looks like some of you guys seem okay with it too. And that's just fine by me. I'm trying to think here. Later in the week, like I said, maybe I could get it finished by tomorrow. I don't know. The new Jukebox from Hell. We're almost done with the season 4. Yeah, 4 seasons already. And not to be confused with Frankie Valli and his company. But, season 4 almost finished on that. And then, like I said, we'll go review Atrophy, the new one from that too. And I got The Circle. I got to review that too and send that to him. But yeah, I think I'll probably take 6 to 8 weeks off, at least from doing Jukebox. But maybe we can get some of these interviews set up. Like I said, some will be taped. Some will be taped elsewhere, and some we will do through here via StreamYard. It's just we have to line up people's schedules. That's all. And it'll be a different variety of people. Oh, yeah, here's another interesting news item that came out. If you are a fan of early REO Speedwagon and Starcastle, it appears Terry Luttrell. Now, I don't know why I thought Terry Luttrell died he's still around. Terry Littrell was the original lead singer of REO Speedwagon from 1967 or 68 to 72-ish. All right. He's on the first album, the debut album on Epic, and he recorded a teensy weensy bit for the second album. Supposedly, he is the co-writer of Golden Country, which, yeah, he is not credited. But of course, Gary's dead, so we can't ask him either. But so Terry supposedly is cranking out a new band, I think it is, based on the logo I saw, and it's going to be called REO Memories. So I think, my guess is, I mean, even though he only did one album with them, but I'm guessing it's going to be a meshing of REO and Starcastle, and he did some solo stuff too. So I don't know. It could be quite interesting. I think he still lives in Illinois, if I remember right. I'm Facebook friends with another Starcastle member that happens to live in the St. Louis area. Maybe one of these days I'll torture him too, and figure it all out. Hi, Mike. What's up? I camped out all night for RSD, took a nap, and I just got my second wind. Oh, boy. So, Mike, what did you get? John says, always good to see you as listening to show here. Wikipedia has Terry listed. So, yeah. So I'm happy, though, about that. Oh, definitely. Definitely. I'll tell you. See, okay. Champaign-Urbana, that was REO's area of origin, roughly. Maybe Rantoul, right around there. I've been to all of those towns. Quite interesting. At least in the 80s I did. But the thing is that I think I liked REO with Terry. That second album with Kevin was fine. I didn't mind Michael Murphy so much. It was different, hearing the studio riding the storm out as opposed to the live version with Kevin is obviously different, but I didn't mind Michael so much, but it just wasn't working. It just wasn't. And then when Kevin came back, I think he just got this big chip on his shoulder because Kevin's solo career sucked, which, it's like, So he jumped back into the band. Gary Richrath was the heart and soul of that band, seriously. And it's like, I would say the last decent album that I remember buying was Wheels Are Turning from '84. Because after that, and I mean, I know the schmaltziness was already setting in with One Lonely Night, but I didn't mind that song so much, or Can't Fight This Feeling, right? But I didn't mind those so much, but I liked off that album. I liked I Don't Want to Know. That's the one that really cooked for me on that album. Okay, but like the minute that they did Life as You Know It or Life as We Know It, the one with the album cover that like looks like some artist had a stroke and couldn't finish the painting right. And I'm just sitting here and I was listening to that and in my dreams, I'm like, what is this shit? That's the first thing I said. And I didn't buy that thing brand new. And I was like, I think they had one video on MTV and I'm like, what is this crap? So I didn't buy that. I bought the hits, which they had 2 new songs. And one of them was Here With Me, which I'm like, oh, more Kevin Ballady schmaltz. And then they kicked out Gary, I guess, because of the drugs and the fights and shit. And after '89, REO to me was a completely different beast. It really, really was. Because what was it? Alan the drummer retired, and Alan was a heavy-hitting drummer. He was. And then when Alan and Gary left, I'm like, well, there went the hard part of the band. Now all you have is soft schmaltz. And I mean, in the rest of the band's defense, okay, when I met Cronin, I met him once back in the early O's. Okay. They were working on that last studio album that they did, the one with the compass on the cover. And I had the pleasure of listening to bits and pieces of the rough mixes. Like they were at the rough mix stages for the album. And I told them the truth because they were rocking. This stuff was rocking. And I said, Mr. Cronin, sir, I said, if you release it like this, you may have another High Infidelity on your hands. And I meant it because it rocked. Now, he goes and spits off a timetable for me about when he thinks the record's going to be released. And I was joking, like, what? Like it was going to be almost a year later. Well, it was 2 years later that it came out. And when I heard it, because I bought it, and I'm like, based on what I remember, like, what the hell happened? And I'm like, because it wasn't as punchy, it wasn't as rocking as it was when I heard those mixes. So somebody went and toned it down, and I was just like, shit. So that's why that last one didn't do real good. But eventually I'm going to tell you something. I need to get a hold of a CD because I don't think it was ever released on vinyl, even though it came out in 90 and it was on Epic. At least in America, I've never seen a vinyl copy of A Man, a Dog, and His Chicken. I've never seen it on vinyl. So I'm going to have to probably grab a CD. And yes, that's going to be Future Jukebox from Hell material because, oh boy, did that thing suck. That's how they got dropped from Epic, was after that album. True story. I think the big single off of that was LIAR, and I'm going, I have not heard one song from that album. Like I said, the last REO I remember buying was the hits because at least it was all the greatest hits, and I didn't have any greatest hits type stuff. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. I have heard a was it you I heard a Gandalf? It was either you or Patrick or Aaron. One of you three is how I heard about Gandalf. Seriously. I just can't remember who. Okay. Thin Lizzy Live 76. I remember they didn't have that or the Gandalf. And the Gorillas Cracker Island best part, I made some new friends. Awesome on that. Yes, he was damn amazing. And the thing is as a post REO story, Rich Rath made one solo album while he was alive, okay? And oh boy, I don't know if I'm going to get this right or not, but he came to a small venue in Villa Park, Illinois in the 90s. I want to say it was the mid 90s, okay? And I don't have that album. I've been looking for that too, believe it or not. And the concert was either the day before or the day after, or maybe it was the same day as ECW was showing up to do a wrestling show there. Go figure. Very nice. Yep, definitely. A dog, two chickens, a hat, a rooter, and three. Oh my God! Yeah. They might as well have. Oh yeah. Oh no, definitely. I love. Yes. Definitely. Yeah, that's right. They did. You know, yep. Tuna Piano and Tuna. Exactly. I like that album. I like Nine Lives, and I like High Infidelity. Good Trouble, even though it did have some hits, wasn't exact. I don't recall Good Trouble ever, the stuff up there being played on the radio, at least not in Chicagoland. If it did, it didn't last real long. Yeah, it had to have been yeah. There you go, see? And some psych folks love Gandalf. Some think it's overrated. I am one that digs it. You know what? Let me write this in my little thing here. Listen to Gandalf album. Because I think I remember the cover, too. I somehow came across the cover. Maybe in a magazine or something. Listen to Gandalf album. Randy Deadwax. I'll have to listen to that this week. You know, I'll tell you something. I cannot wait until I'm at least semi-retired. I'll have a hell of a lot, hopefully, more time to listen to a lot of music. I'll tell you, I used to have a bigger record collection, guys. I did. I had a bigger record collection. But due to bills and I needed money, sometimes I had to have a car payment. I've probably sold half of my collection. My albums. Half my albums are gone. I had to. I just had to. And like I said, over a couple of years, I got about a couple $1,000, and over those couple of years, and that helped a great deal. You can't take it with you. That's all there is to it. And I was calling monthly. I'm like, am I going to listen to this? Did I like it? Am I going to listen to it? That was my reasoning of logic. If I came across back then, albums were cheaper, and I'm like, okay, if this is filler for the next sell box. And so that was my attitude. And I would just keep doing this. And then, like I said, I'd get cash. And once in a while, he'd be like, get 3 or 4 out of the big bargain bins. Or he'd let me get away with 1 or 2 that weren't bargain and sweeten the deal a little bit, So that's how I'm able to get some of the stuff without having to pay full price. And that's nice. Yeah, I know. I don't, this tinted window here, this is the first new album I've probably bought, or at least the first new vinyl I bought since that Mickey Dolenz EP, which, by the way, I know we were talking about Friday music earlier. They did put out a couple months back the Mickey Dolenz solo album, Mickey Dolenz Puts You to Sleep, which is supposed to be all nursery rhyme, kid type songs, which they got that on vinyl. But the one place that I saw it at in Champlin, Missouri, they wanted $38. I'm like, I don't think so. Not for a Mickey solo album like that. But saying that, 7A, what number is this, Chip? 7A is putting out a new Davy Jones archival. Most of the material came out in the 80s. It was originally on cassette. It's called Incredible. I am so far behind on my monkey listening. I'm already looking at my CD edition of Manchester Boy. I haven't even listened to that yet. Like I said, that the Mickey Dolenz REM EP, that one is really good. I'll tell you, I was pleasantly surprised. Mickey, do a volume 2. Please, please, please. I'm trying to do that now. I'm listening. If I like, keep it. If I don't, I'm getting rid of it. I have some VCLT to send out to folks, including Psycho. Just kidding. I'm very late on it, but when I get caught up... Oh, see, I was kidding. I didn't finish your... I want to send you some stuff, Paul. That's perfectly fine, Randy. I'm not a pest. I mean, in fact, I'll tell you this right now. You know my email address, and if you don't, it's in my channel. It's below my channel in the name and the YouTube. And you can email me anytime at lowercase psycho, PSYKO _ DJ@yahoo.com, Randy. And we'll figure it out along the way. I completely understand. Like I said, Maris, he just went off and sent me the contest winnings from, it was a couple months ago. That 180-gram Tom Petty Southern accents. I was happy about that. So yes, anytime. Thank you. Hey, I'm at the restaurant with the family and happened on to you. I see you've got headphones and a mic. Cool. I can't hear what you're saying. Don't have phones, but understood. Maybe later. Have a good one. You know what? You too, sir. That, of course, the Vinyl Grotto, a.k.a. my buddy Doug Fields. Yes, indeed. And seriously, thank you, Randy. Always. I love having you people here. You know that? But here, unfortunately, is the time. We're at already about 1:35 here, 95 minutes. I love you guys. I had maybe up to about 16, 17 people today, and I know there's other channels in Grooves doing their thing. I don't know who else. I know Joe's going to probably do his Ketchup with Mayo pretty soon. I know that's coming. Like Randy said, Bizarro is going to do his show I'm trying to get back up here so I could promo Aaron's show, Mr. Bizarro, going live 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central tonight. Go check Aaron. He is kick ass, guaranteed. Yes. Mike, have a great day. Everybody have a great day. Once again, thank you, and thank everybody here. I have the best damn audience in the YouTube VC. I don't give a shit what anybody else says. You guys are always in here and here. Yes. So, all right. Remember, always powered by coffee each and every time. Take care. God bless. Rock on. I hope that you found some nice new treasures, whether it be RSD or any cool used stuff. And hey, maybe you found a Gandalf too. Can only hope. All right. I love you guys. Take care. Wednesday, we're going to try for a Wednesday stream. I don't know when yet. We'll see.